your third start. Seems like you're really finding a groove out there. Just how would you assess the growth you've had, throughout the season, getting this experience?
Yeah, for sure. Just, finding a lot out of it myself as far as a pitcher, what works, what doesn't. And really just kind of experience and just getting those starts and innings under your belt has been the biggest thing. It's just felt a little bit easier on the nerves to go out there each time. And I think that's just the big part of it is just kind of just going out there and getting that experience. And I would say that that's kind of been the big part for me.
Big country. First career long ball, got a couple hits today. Just how good does it feel to get out there and produce like that?
So it feels great. Like Ben said, getting the experience and just getting out there and just getting more at bats and feeling comfortable, each at bat one at bat at a time, feels great.
Coach was just telling us that you probably know a lot of those guys. You're from that area. Was there any added motivation with that? Getting to play against those guys.
Maybe a little bit. Thinking about that being in about an hour and a half from my house. I kind of thought about it, but then I was just like, just got to play.
And Zach, do you feel like you're kind of getting back to kind of where you were last year, or how are you feeling right now on the mound?
I feel like I am. Rough start of the season for me, but as far as the way I've gone about the work in between the first three outings of the season, I'd say I'm pretty satisfied with how the work's gone and working my way back into this bullpen.
For any of you who want to answer this, with the number one team coming up on Friday, did any of you feel like this was a sort of a trap game?
I would honestly no. I mean, I guess other people could look at it that way, but we take every opponent we face the same amount of seriousness, whether they play in a different conference or they play in the SEC. Like if we played SEMO the same way, we'd play Auburn. So.
Yeah. Like Zach said, I mean, every opponent you got to take seriously. I mean, every offense we faced so far has all had a lot of weapons, on the pitching and hitting side. So, I think as soon as we start to, it's like some might say, play down to your competition, we can get in some trouble. So we really focus on taking every team, seriously and just going one game at a time.
Reese, I wonder what it's like being part of a big inning like you guys had there in the sixth. And maybe what in particular did you see that allowed you guys to have the type of success you did in that inning?
Yeah, that was real fun. It kind of went one guy at a time, and it went through the whole lineup. And I think Callie or Harold might have started that inning off, and then it got all the way back up to me again to bat through. And that was just real fun seeing everybody, compete and just fight, no matter if it was a walk or a big hit, it just kind of passed down to the next guy in the lineup.
Zach, you've competed on the biggest stage, going to LSU this weekend as it's a very traditional powerhouse. Just talk about going down to play them and maybe the excitement of doing that.
So this will be my second time going down to Alex Box. We went there in 21. It was a fun atmosphere then, and even now with them being the number one seed or the number one team in the nation, like it's going to be even crazier than it was in 21. So I'm eager to go down there. I'm sure it's going to be noisy, but why else would you come play in the SEC? So I'm looking forward to it. I know the team is too. It's going to be a battle, regardless of the outcome. Like we're going to go out there running.
Also, just talk a little bit about the pitching staff really coming together after y'all had these injuries.
It's the same, and I'm sure y'all have heard this before, but it's just a next guy up thing. As cliche as it is, like everybody can say it, but you can't say anything else besides that. So when someone goes down, someone else has got to step up, do something they're uncomfortable with or something they are comfortable with. They just got to figure it out and make this staff better.
What do you think the team has learned about itself during these last 4 weeks between the Arlington trip and today?
I would just say, from the injuries, I think we've learned, how tight this team is. When one guy goes down, it doesn't, just kind of hurt the whole team. Like the guys know we got to step up, and we got to know that, we've got brothers that, aren't able to play right now. And so it's up to us as a team, as a healthy individual that, we've all got to step up and play our role.
I'd say just like he said, but we can face adversity. The way this team has faced, you can pretty much say what we've gone through is adversity within the team, having guys step up, and even with the games we've played, like if there's a bunch of adversity, you can that has taking place in some of those games, and just seeing that everybody else, like you said, can step up, do their role. That just shows that the team can withstand adversity and be able to battle it.
Appreciate it.